Why, hello there, Jacob. And today, let's go ahead and break down the Week 14 matchup for your Minnesota Vikings. So yeah, let's go ahead and break this bad boy down. So yeah, the Minnesota Vikings will be traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Which still sounds just absolutely wrong to me, but then again, I'm still not over the Los Angeles Chargers, but again, that's a different grab for a different day. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the Minnesota Vikings will be traveling to take on the Raiders at 3:05. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of those weird 3:05 games that the Vikings will be playing, and yeah. It's going to be an intriguing game, going to be an interesting game because the Vikings are coming off of their bye week, and I think ironically enough, the Raiders are as well. Anyway, regardless, this is going to be a very interesting match. So yeah, first and foremost, shout out to Pistol and shout out to POB1 Fu, two big Raiders fans that I know. Should be a good matchup on Sunday. So yeah, this Sunday is going to feature Josh Dobbs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The cat is out of the bag, and it looks like it's Josh Dobbs' future to lose at this point, and rolling with him for the rest of the year. So yeah, and he will be dueling against Aiden O'Connell, who's actually had a pretty decent year. And yeah, like I say, this is going to be a fun matchup because it's going to be Aiden O'Connell and Devontae Adams versus Josh Dobbs, and he's back. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Jefferson will return after about a 7-week absence due to a hamstring issue. So, it's going to be fun to see how Josh Dobbs connects with Justin Jefferson, as well as KJ Osborne, Brandon Powell, Jordan Addison, you know. Now, with JJ being back, I just hope he doesn't try to force feed JJ, because, well, that's one thing I liked about what Dobbs was doing, at least during the winning streak, is he was connecting with other receivers and stuff like that. But, yeah, and then the last 2 games, I don't know. Like I say, we won't talk about that Monday night game again. Why the hell that was still Monday night, I don't understand that. Why that wasn't flexed out, I'll never understand that. But here we are. Yeah, shit. Anyway, regardless. So yeah, Josh Dobbs, Justin Jefferson, Alexander Madison, KJ Osborne, TJ Hawkinson, and those fellas are going to be hungry and ready to go. And, yeah, I mean, the Raiders' defense, they've got a few key pieces, including one number 98, Max Crosby, who is literally the Danielle Hunter of the Raiders. I mean, he's one of those one-man wrecking crews who can, you know, FS up, you know, like F it up in the backfield. And if Dobbs isn't ready for that, or if the offensive line isn't ready for that, we are going to be in a lot of trouble because Josh, listen to me, buddy. If you're about to go down, don't hawk it up. Don't just yeet the ball into orbit. Because that's the thing that's cost him a couple of times over these last, you know, couple of weeks or so, is he just has a habit of, like, instead of just taking the sack, he'll just yeet the ball into orbit, into, like, quadruple coverage where there's, like, 6 people. Basically, have you ever played the game 500 at recess where someone has, like, a football and then they just chuck it into a crowd and call a number and then everyone dives for it? That's basically what Josh Dobbs has done. And that's one of his big issues, is just hawking the fucker up and, well, seeing what happens. You can't do that. Please. And also, Kevin O'Connell. This is going to be more for Kevin O'Connell than, like, Brian Flores and stuff like that. Don't be scared to coach or give it to someone who can. Like, it's just... I've seen this script so many times where we get up to a lead or we just can't do anything and we go conservative mode. I'm like, I thought the days of run, pass, defense were in the rear view mirror. I thought he was supposed to be some offensive savant. Well, over these last few weeks, I haven't seen shit, homeboy. But I will say, though, he was definitely put into a rock and a hard place. Like I say, this year is definitely going to be a pass. And hell, the way this is going, we're still squarely in the playoff picture. Which, if you would have asked me, like, week 2, I would have looked at you like you were absolutely insane. So, I will take that, though. That's definitely a plus, that we're still in the playoff hunt. But then again, so are the Raiders. I mean, they're kind of more on the back end of it, but hey, they can still rattle off some wins here. And again, they still have more than enough weapons that you have to keep an eye on. So, Brian Flores in the defense. Hopefully you have a game plan for Josh Jacobs, Davante Adams, Jacoby Myers, Aiden O'Connell. I mean, if he gets going, I mean, they got enough weapons to ruin anybody's day. And, yeah, I mean, again, as a Vikings fan, we know a thing or two about Davante Adams. So, yeah, I mean, again, I give credit to Brian Flores and his defense, and a lot of people still kind of want to blame him for that loss on, Monday night a couple weeks ago. It wasn't on him. I mean, sure, could he have blitzed a little bit more on that last drive? Yeah. Was I a little upset that he went a little too conservative? Yeah, but again, like I say, I'm just a fan. I'm not a coach. And also, yeah, I mean, like I say, it's a lot easier for us to say when we're on the couch at home watching the game. It's another thing when you're actually calling the defense. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, just coming off the bye week, we should be rested. We should be ready to go. And in all honesty, we should probably beat the Raiders. I mean, no offense to the Raiders, but they're one of those teams who also beat the Packers earlier this year, and the Packers are all of a sudden on a hot fucking streak, and that scares the hell out of me. Because, again, I've seen that a time or two. So, I mean, yeah. So we got basically what I'm saying here in Vikings is just win. To take a quote from the late Al Davis, just win, baby. Do what you got to do. Destiny is still in your hands. Let's get it done. So yeah, basically to kind of recap this ramble session, the 3 big points are stopping Aiden O'Connell, Davante Adams, and Josh Jacobs on defense, and then on offense, keeping account for Max Crosby, who can single-handedly wreck anything, and Josh Dobbs' connection with Justin Jefferson. How is that going to look? Because, again, the last thing I want to see is just Josh Dobbs constantly hawking it to Jefferson. Just Jefferson, I should say. I mean, if you have a one-on-one chance, sure, why not? If you have an opportunity where you think you can do it, go for it. But don't just force-feed the guy when there's like 4 people around him and like KJ Osborne or Jordan Addison is literally wide, butt-naked open, So, but again, though, I think that's going to be beneficial for Dobbs because he had to learn how to, build chemistry with the receivers without Justin Jefferson being one of those receivers. So, yeah, like I say, don't reinvent the wheel here, fellas, but let's, let's get it going here. We're in December, baby. This is the stretch run. This is what we see what we're made of here. And we are still firmly in a playoff position. So let's get the damn thing done. Skol Vikings. And we'll see how the rest of the year goes, because after this, we go to Cincinnati to take on our old pal Jake Browning on Saturday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Vikings will be playing a Saturday game a week from tomorrow, because I'm filming this on Friday, December 8th. And, yeah, so one game at a time here. Let's go into Vegas, get things done here. So until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.